said he was qualified, so he whooped his ass, while he was in there. Now, the other stuff that happened, it went down the way it did, man.
I would like to wish you all the Brits to go fuck yourself.
We've got new champions to talk about. A new IWGP Heavyweight Champion. New Tag Team Champions were crowned at Sakura Genesis. This was a banger of a show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Grey Talks Wrestling. Let's get on this and let's go. As usual, New Japan. On any show, we get a lot of six-man tags to kick it off, and no different here. There were 4 of them, and they all delivered in their own way. The first one was very entertaining. It was a mixture of things. What was going on? Who knows? You had heels and baby faces teaming up with each other. Long time feuding rivals going against each other, teaming with each other, fighting against each other during the match. You wondered who was teaming against who at times. You had Great Okan beating up his tag team partner, Minoru Suzuki, for the majority. Both of them hated their partner even more in Toriano. But somehow he picked up the win with his antics. Somehow he was able to defeat his tag team partner, his usual tag team partner, in Tanahashi. El Desperado and Yoga, his partners. This was a strange one to start with, but entertaining to say the least. What can you not love about Great Okan, Minoru Suzuki, Toriano, Tanahashi in a ring? What's not to love? United Empire defeated House of Torture in a basic 6-man tag. That's all you really need to know. But you got to know Jeff Cobb, Aaron Hanari are absolute beasts, animals, units. They're going to go far. A new faction on me, I don't know much about. Just 5 guys. They started up around Wrestle Kingdom just after Taichi, Kanemaru and Doki, but they're doing well for themselves because they got a win here against Los Ingobernables de Japón, and they beat them down after the match. They're looking quite a vicious faction. More to come from them later on, because up next was the most important 6-man tag, and it wasn't really the match that was that important. We knew Bullet Club had been feuding with Guerrillas of Destiny now for some time. But what we didn't know what was going to happen after the match. Bullet Club get the win. And of course they want to beat down their opponents just some more. They beat them down more. They beat them down more. And finally, ELP has had enough of the new leader in the Bullet Club. And there has been some friction for some time within the Bullet Club ever since David Finlay was crowned the new leader of the Bullet Club when he kicked Jay White out. And it seems like another member has gone the same way in El Phantasmo, the headbanger. There's not much use to this shirt anymore. Geezer's been kicked out the door. He was turned on by Kenta. Go to sleep. A low blow by Ishimori. And then a shillelagh to the head. Gotta say, I am loving Finlay. He is becoming a star. Just like his dad. He's getting vicious. And maybe another very good leader in the future for the Bullet Club. And they're turning a corner and becoming an even more of a threat maybe in New Japan in the future. Who knows what's to come for the Bullet Club. But it's interesting. Anyway, we move now to title matches, and this show kicked into another gear now. Now, I'm not one to pretend that I know a lot about Japanese women's wrestling. But what I do know is, well, this match was a fucking banger. Mercedes Mone, Sasha Banks, whatever we're calling her, wow. She was fantastic in these matches, along with the other 2 girls. I don't know much about them, but please give me more. Why aren't we getting these girls in AEW or in WWE? Absolutely fantastic. Feed me more of this. Feed me more. Old Skip Sheffield it. New Japan World Television title was on the line next. Zack Sabre Jr. going up against Shota Umino. First of all, Zack Sabre Jr. is looking like a young Nigel McGuinness right about now. Fantastic with the blonde hair and the outfit. It looks just like him. And I'm loving the rules around the television title. You've got 15 minutes, so it feels like they've got to rush. There's something they've got to fight against. You've got to win quick. There's a time limit there. This was a brilliant match. Banger of a match. Just action-packed. Zack Sabre Jr. is just getting better and better and better. And this is a new title for New Japan. And they're making it work. Tag team titles were on the line next. And I've watched Aussie Open over here in the UK for quite some time, and the indie scene in progress, Rev Pro and other promotions. Happy to see them go to New Japan. Watched them for AEW and Impact. They've done bits there. Done really well. Their match with FTR, one of the best tag team matches of all time. Let's have it right. But this one, equally just as good. Let's talk about Kyle Fletcher, a young Will Ospreay. They said it on commentary during the match. He just looks like he could be Will Ospreay's regen or something like that. He's just phenomenal, the kid. There was one scary moment for him during the match. He did a moonsault, which he's done countless times. I've seen him do it so many times, and he just pops up, he's done it, it's finished. This time he goes back, does the moonsault, lands, and then falls backwards and cracks his head, the back of his head, on the bottom of the rail, the foot of it, this metal foot, and yeah, it just cuts him open, the claret pissing out everywhere. Mark Davis had to carry the match for quite some time. They talked about it on commentary. Yeah, they're having to stitch him up and sort him out. They were taping him up, basically, to stop the claret pouring out. And it still was pouring out from the geezer. And he somehow managed to get back in the match. So give him his flowers for that. And they still had a banger of a match. Every match they have, though, come on, it's Aussie Open. They are without doubt one of the best tag teams in the world. And they were put on the top of the mountain here in New Japan. Rightfully so, took their place. With a great match, a great finish. Rightfully so, your new IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions are Mark Davis, Kyle Fletcher, Aussie Open. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Anyway, we move to another great match, as the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship was on the line. And another favourite of mine, the High Flyer, the Geezer of the Skies, Robbie Eagles, going one-on-one with Hiromu Takahashi, another favourite of mine. This geezer's just limitless. The stuff he can do in the ring is absolutely phenomenal. Legend. This was phenomenal. And you thought Robbie Eagles was without doubt winning this title here towards the end. When he had that leg locked, it looked over. And he was pulling him back from the ropes and pulling him back from the ropes. And Takahashi was just about to tap, but grabbing onto the ref's hand to stop himself from tapping, doing everything he could to stop himself from tapping. And he found a way out. And he found a way to win. Like he always does. That's why he's a legend. That's why he's the GOAT of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Division. That's why they're looking to retire the best of the Super Juniors, because he's the best of the Super Juniors of all time. Without a doubt. This was just another match to prove that point. But we move anyway to the heavyweight title, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. And with that title, in the last 10, 15 years, the main man has been Okada. And once again, he's in the main event. He's killing it, having banger of a match. And this time is someone who has deserved this title more than many others, in my opinion, over the years. He's come close so many times and got so close and just narrowly missed out. Finally, it has happened. Finally, we have a new IWGP Heavyweight Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, his name is Sanada. I remember this guy when he was in Impact Wrestling. Do you remember those days? Doesn't look like the same person. Completely changed. You wouldn't think it. But it is the same geezer. Loved him back then. Love him now. Always loved his work in New Japan. Always felt that one day he would get to the top of the mountain. And finally it came. At Sakura Genesis 2023. The heavyweight champion of the world is Sanada. What a way to end the show. Absolute banger of a match. You felt that it was over, especially when he DDT'd him on the concrete. I thought that was it. He is done. He ain't coming back from that. That's going to cost him the match. Eventually, Okada's going to find a way to win like he always does. That's why he's the GOAT. But it didn't happen. Sanada found a way. Sanada reversed. And got his finisher. Hit it. 1, 2, 3. It was done. Over. I couldn't believe it. Shocked. Absolute shocking moment. Legendary making moment. What a show Sakura Genesis was. They knocked it out of the park. From start to finish. Banger of a show. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. You won't be disappointed. If you've watched this far, thank you very much. Let me know if you did watch Sakura Genesis, what you thought about it down below. And I'll see you next time.